Are we live? Oh, yes. I can see us live now. Okey, okey. Let's. My least favorite part of all of this. Well, I'm getting a network error on YouTube. It's not showing any chat. 2 seconds. There we go. Okay. I will hold this around if you would be ever so kind as to talk to chat.
Yes. Xenomorph Warrior, welcome. Happy Sunday to you as well. You might hear echo shortly. We're just going to do a quick audio test here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Aaron, speak for me.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Caleb's also there in the chat. Caleb not fancy joining us today?
I think you are louder than me, Aaron, so let me see if I can change that.
Although the Xenomorph Warrior says we both sound good. Remind me what your AVP Galaxy username is.
That's right.
I can
My
never remember.
Way low. At least on my system. Let me boost that to 60. Testing 1, 2, 3. Aaron, go again for me.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry, one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everybody. You certainly sound a lot louder, but then again, my volume's higher than normal on my PC. Acid Splash, thank you very much. I will eventually put the 2 and 2 together without having to ask one day.
Okay. I'll tone it down to 55. I think maybe 50. Okay. I think audio's good.
Caleb, get on here.
Caleb doesn't like to play this game anymore.
No, he said you didn't ask.
Oh, well, I'm asking. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You don't need to be asked. You can just come on. Okay, I think that's on those now, just to share the groups.
Don't forget the Discord.
Indeed, the Discord. Although we normally do get asked. Oh yes, I have been pinged.
So
yes,
if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, today we are playing Predator Hunting Grounds again. It has been a minute.
Is it really? I feel like. Oh no, we couldn't play it last time, could we?
Yeah, we were having some technical issues the last time we were on here, so hopefully it's a little better. I say that, and it already won't let me name my custom loadout here.
But please don't be a dick today. Please don't.
Me or the game?
Well, both. I would very much appreciate neither of you being dicks.
Did that work? Okay, that worked.
Yeah, that's on. Into that one as well.
Oh, I gotta transition. There we go. There's the gladiator. So yeah, another one of our cosplay preds, as the Ilphonic form dwellers like to call them.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's funny. And I like it. I like that as a little name.
Comes with a new weapon, which is the Trident, which is essentially the same as the spear, except a little less damage, and you get 3 of them, so you can do more rapid fire throwing with them. Nomad Clan, welcome to the stream. I told you you wouldn't keep away from this game. I saw you're coming back on it.
Did gladiators use tridents? Is that something associated with them?
I got no idea.
Okay, fair enough. Fountain of knowledge you are. He says jokingly. Acid Splash says it is in the and so does Nomad.
I will
Right,
say
just give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. I just need to plug something in and
okay. I will say with the quote unquote cosplay preds, I do wish they would give them more unique faces, because almost all of them, if you go to their skin, they just have kind of the default predator. I mean, not all of them actually. I think the pirate one, she has a unique face. Let's see here. If we go to pirate.
okay, I'm back.
Where's my pirate? There we go.
You're her matey.
Yeah, so I don't know, did they give her unique features? Yeah, I think her teeth and her mandibles, and she has the eye that's out, so, and she has some scarring here, so that's at least kind of unique, you know.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm always going to be a little disappointed that they didn't do more from the comics, but these so-called cosplay ones have been fun. At least from a visual point of view.
Yeah, I think so. I am kind of surprised they did them again, just because there's still some movie Predators people would like to see, but I'm sure those are coming. At least I would hope those are coming.
Yeah. Are we sure about anything?
I guess not, but I mean, they already did make pieces of Tracker. Like, Tracker was supposed to be in the game. So that's gotta happen, I imagine.
Right, it's just updating Hunting Grounds for me, apparently, despite all the times I've been on Steam these last few days. For some game we can't talk about at the minute. It hasn't done an update of Hunting Grounds. You might have to play around without me.
It's okay, I'm just customizing real quick.
You still might have to play around without me. It says it'll be about 15 minutes.
Jeez. Should have updated, man.
I didn't realise there was one. Like I said, I've been on Steam loads for this weekend. Nomad Clan says, I agree the cosplay... I'm not saying that. The cosplay Predators are fun, and I'm happy they are bringing back unique variant weapons. However, for the Trident, I just wish they had different animation movesets like the Hook. Can't remember what ASD is short for. Lordzilla says they should make them free because all Predators always get downgraded. I assume you mean the balanced messing around with. Rob Harvey, welcome. Acid Splash says, would be cool to see a Crusade Predator.
Like a medieval looking one?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Although, you know, technically we had one in Dark Ages, although it was just the Jungle Hunter, if I remember rightly. That was such a... Oh, Ancient Smart Disc. Okay. Dark Ages was such a good fan film, even after all these years.
Yeah, that was a good one. Surratt.
What class had the Ancient Smart Disc? I can't remember.
That was Cleopatra, wasn't it? I know she came with her own disc.
I genuinely don't remember. I don't really play. I've never really played the Predators because I'm shit at it.
Okay,
I never really got a chance.
Nomad, help me out here. What's the meta duelist class perks.
It reset your classes.
Oh yeah, after the big update, it reset all the classes.
Yeah, true. Nomad says supposedly the biggest bad. I hope they continue that story because it's a good story.
It's, let's see, I believe it's, yeah, it's definitely weapons training. It's definitely, let's see here. Double time. Yeah, that's the other one. And it's, I think it's hip fire accuracy. Yeah, I think that's it.
Who's joined us? It's Kayla making his appearance.
Well, welcome.
There it is.
Really does not want me to name my classes.
Is it all phonicked again with this?
The game definitely has some things to work out since the last major update. That's for sure.
Since launch.
Well,
yeah.
I feel like a number of things were worked out since launch, and then a number of new things have been introduced with this new major transfer of the engine from one Unreal version to the next. I mean, the game is still hella fun to play, for sure. Like, core game is still awesome, but there's definitely some new issues I've seen. Another one that's weird is randomly, like, AI will just start running super fast out of nowhere. So that's kind of strange.
Yeah. I remember seeing that when we tested the crossplay.
Casper says he can barely hear me. Let me try and adjust my mic one more time. 1 second.
Mitch says, is the shield purely defensive or can you decapitate people with it? It's just a defensive tool, isn't it?
Casper, how about this? Is this... I boosted my audio, so I should be a bit louder.
Did you boost it on Discord or on on Streamlabs though?
Well, it boosted it on Streamlabs way better. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Sizzy Bubbles, welcome to the stream.
Have a game.
Caleb, speak.
Playing.
See if you're loud enough for people.
Oh, this is the volume that I am speaking with, and may or may not be loud, etc.
Okay, I think we're all good.
We Brits always sound so enthusiastic, don't we?
Exactly.
Casper says, have you seen the new Helldivers 2 update?
Yeah, I was playing that with Mr. Kalen the other day. Unfortunately, I'm having some major issues with that game. It's a shame games just can't work, isn't it? Like
Exactly. It seems like that's the thing that has just become lost in recent years with video games. The whole like working part of them. Even games that have been out for months, if not years.
But yeah, I mean, it seems really cool. I really love Helldivers 2. It's a great game. I know Caleb suffered technical issues with it for a while, and then after some update, he was able to play again. And then with this new update, it keeps disconnecting me from my party, so that's been frustrating.
Yeah, it sucked. We were really looking forward to doing that Illuminate update with you, and then it just was like, nope, you're getting the connection issues now. Like, cool. And yeah, like you said, I was looking around earlier as well and saw that loads of people are having that problem, so it's definitely not just you.
Xenomorph Warrior says, I mostly play older games for that reason. I've been enjoying the replay of Dark Souls 3. People enjoy Dark Souls?
It's like
Yeah,
a masochism thing, I guess. I'm not into them.
I've only played Bloodborne. That's the only one I've played, and there were parts of that game that just pissed me off like no other game has pissed me off before, but I would totally be all in if they announced a sequel.
Acid Splash is asking the big question here. Anyone else a bit disappointed we didn't see an Aliens Fireteam sequel announcement trailer at the Games Award this week? We didn't see anything at the Games Award show this week, did we?
Well, at least we weren't as disappointed.
Or is there still one day left?
What?
Is there still 1 day left? Is today still?
No, no, that's it. It's
Yeah,
a one and done.
It's just that. At least we weren't as disappointed as the Jurassic fans were. I know they were waiting, and I count myself among them.
Yeah.
I know they were waiting for either Evolution 3 or an update on Survival. There's a lot of just Japanese games, like anime games at the Game Awards that they showed off. I mean, you know, not that that's a thing, but I was looking for other stuff. But I mean, Alien Day is still coming up, so that's where
Seems
they
like
announced
Alien Day?
Rogan
That's
version.
April.
Yeah, 4 months. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
I am a little disappointed we didn't get the Isolation remaster. Unless they really are just not saying anything about it until Rogue Incursion.
Yeah, see, look at this AI
Yeah.
guy just like darting around. It's weird.
How many of these guys are there?
Joe, welcome to the stream. And somebody, hang on, somebody...
Red's here already.
Yeah.
Kissel says, hey guys, any leaks or little sneak peeks about the upcoming Predator Badlands movie? Well, we've learned some stuff recently.
Yeah, but we can't say it.
We can't talk about it, yeah, but
we
we
have
learned
learned
some
some stuff. Yeah.
interesting stuff, shall we
Industry
say?
sources.
Yes. Jadaprog says, hey, did you all check out Alien Paradiso 1 this week? Probably my favourite Marvel Alien comic in a little while. I enjoyed it well enough. I didn't think there was really a great deal to talk about from the first issue. But, you know, I thought it was off to a reasonably solid start, although the mention of a marshal's office in the Zeta Reticuli system I thought was a bit... artwork I think is pretty competent, but I was saying to Adam, was it this morning or yesterday? I can't remember when we talked about it, but I was like, we've got such low standards for Marvel's comics because of LaRocco. But I thought it was reasonably solid.
I'm gonna have to turn down the graphics. The game has honestly been running worse for me too since the major engine transfer.
Yeah, it's...
How many of these guys are there?
Sorry, go on.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say same on playing the PS4 version on PS5 now, because they took away the uncapped frame rate option.
Yeah, so if you're playing the PS4 version, even on PS5 or PS4 Pro, like you used to be able to play 60 frames a second, and it honestly helped the game quite a bit. But now that feature is locked to PS5. And I will say it does run great on PS5, from what I've played so
PS5
far.
version.
Yeah, the PS5 version, which is a paid upgrade of $10. So there was a lot of things that, again, like those... The Ilphonic guys are great, and I hate to badmouth the game so much, but there's just so many decisions where I'm like, this was the wrong call. Oh, shit. Shit. I think we're kind of screwed here.
Just let them go if need be.
Joe says, by
Trying to get
coincidence,
this
I
guy up.
recently finished reading the Predator comic that you just released a podcast on. Although he hasn't checked out the podcast yet. Well, give it a go when you get a chance, Joe.
There he is.
Yeah.
Curious to see what you think of the run.
We gotta
He's
try hard.
blasting me.
Oh, he's second one.
Yeah.
I'm going after him.
Nice. These guys are getting me up.
Nomad Clan says, I'm sorry, but can we just talk about how for the first time ever in the movies franchise we were getting a Predator as the protagonist?
That is interesting.
I mean, AVPR. Wolf's kind of the protagonist in that too.
Very
He's going after
ineffectual.
Obviously, you guys know exactly how much more protagonisty he is, I guess, with the recent information.
True, we do. I think it's going to be very interesting. And I'm really curious to see how the film, in its finished version, executes that. I still genuinely believe it's a reaction to people complaining about the Predators always losing.
Yeah.
And I mean, The thing is, obviously, we've had this in the EU for a long time. You know, we've had Predator Pro tags for a while, and
Yeah.
I think it'll certainly be a challenge. I think for them to pull it off properly on the big screen in a theatrical setting and not make it seem a bit cheesy. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Jada Prog says Marvel tends to shove not great artists on licensed books. Marvel in general just seems to reward people who work fast and cut corners. Unfortunately, they do it across a lot of titles. Yeah, we've become more and more aware of the culture at Marvel. But like I said, starting us off with LaRocco, I think has just set expectations that anything better than him is a win. I don't think Paradiso was bad in any stretch. But it certainly didn't, you know. I'm not like, wow, this is the best stuff I've ever seen.
Get you guys back.
Mike's Monsters, welcome to the stream. Says, good morning. Sucks the Ilphonic guys are getting shafted with the industry layoffs. They don't deserve it. Yeah, I mean, the layoffs have just hit the whole industry hard this year especially. So I know a lot of that was a big hiring splurge during the COVID times because gaming really shot through the roof. But yeah, it is a shame. It's always not good when people have to seek new employment.
No. Joe says he didn't like that last Predator arc. The Preserve. I still enjoyed all those runs. More so once, you know, they'd finished and we got to know Theta a lot more. But I still like them.
And KG Lesowski says, howdy, nice to see you streaming, lads. Have fun. Well, thank you for stopping by. Slayer Boy says Turok Origins was announced. Talk about a blast from the past. Yeah, I did not expect to see a new Turok game at the Game Awards. And I know for that one, Universal and Saber popped up. So all the Jurassic fans that were waiting for something, they thought that was it for a second. Because that's the publisher and developer of Survival. So, okay.
Xenomorph.
Too late.
It's
Acid
toy.
Splash. Acid Splash says I just don't like the first one. The first one is the one I struggle on most, definitely. But by
all he wants.
but by the end of the series, you know, we'd actually got to spend time with her, and I liked her a lot better. No Star Dutch, welcome.
Here he is. He's getting me.
Yeah, he's second winded.
He's second winded.
Yeah.
He's going down. He's down. He's down.
Yeah, I know.
Xenomorph Warrior, aka Acid Splash says now if only we can get an alien one. The closest we've got to that was Common.
Nice. Really nice.
I don't see people really shouting for an alien victory. Not in the same way that Predators have been humanized through the EU and stuff like that.
I was going to say, yeah, they're less like individual than Predators, aren't they?
Hey, I want to see a AVP movie end with a Grid Alien Victory Roar. That'd be cool.
Maybe an AVP, yes, but not. I don't think I'd want a mainline to do it.
No.
Although I suppose, did they technically win in the shorts? You know, would you call alone a victory for the alien?
Yeah, I think so.
What else did they
Because it
kind
made
of
a
win in?
friend, right?
Yeah, and then it got to birth.
I mean,
with
Covenant's kind of a win, at least for David.
Specimen, I think, you could kind of say they won that. All aided by synthetic characters, though, I guess. I wanted to say I've rewatched them recently, but that must have been about a year or two ago. Jesus fucking Christ, time flies, but I still love those things.
Lordzilla.
Yeah, it was really cool that they got those done.
Lordzilla official says this game has flying players and pig's bug still hasn't been fixed. Yeah, yeah. This game definitely needs a bit of work still. But now that they've brought it back, hopefully they can iron out the bugs. I've also noticed just having, I mean, you know me, I like to take screenshots of this game, and Sizzy Bubbles was helping me out with that recently, and a lot of lighting effects have changed from one version of the engine to the other, and there's a lot of weird lighting abnormalities that have been happening as well for me.
I'm in the game. Well, I say that actually, but it seems to have froze on me trying to open a pack.
Oh boy.
Elphonic!
No, we're good. It got there. It got there.
See, this is why we never stream this game, is because we like the Elphonic guys, and we don't want to make them look bad.
Somebody was asking what we thought about the Black Panther versus Predator crossover. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as. I think Predator versus Wolverine was stronger, but I enjoyed the Black Panther one. I like that Marvel seemed to be setting up this universe, this alternate universe, whatever they call them, in Marvel, where Predators just come in and fuck people up, fuck the superheroes up. Because Black Panther lost his leg in that.
Spoilers.
Damn, so that must be a Elseworlds type thing then. That's DC.
We're gonna have to do an episode on that in the new year as well. I'm trying to get us caught up. I'm trying to get us caught.
Who joined me?
I have no idea who these people are. It seems like there's just an option now to join people.
Yeah, I do wish there was like a private.
Is it not just who it's parties us up with?
Oh yeah, I think. Okay, so that's confusing. Yeah, because when you, right before you go into a match, it shows your party as like the people you matchmake with. So that's that's kind of confusing.
Acoustic Viper says Monica has an interesting behaviour compared to her siblings, and I think Acid Splash said something about Grid being a good way to do individualistic aliens.
Well, Scorched was too. They just didn't take full advantage of him, I don't think.
No. I guess the mute feature doesn't work on this either, because there's someone with crackling open mic.
Oh,
Alright, he's left now.
I've muted everybody. I think under options you can just do like there should be a mute all option, but yeah, I don't think the individual mute is working, as we discovered last time with some unfortunate things that were said.
It's just one thing after another.
Yay. Alright, I've loaded in. I've actually loaded.
We got Stone Cold Steve Austin with us, guys. We'll be unstoppable. He's even got a minigun.
Oh god, Joe. Joe says, after finishing the Predator comics, I finally decided to start reading AVP Rift War. Well, you're a braver man than I.
Hey, you didn't even get that far. You can't give it a fair assessment.
I read the first 2 or 3 chapters before I was like, fuck this. This is terrible.
Okay, the game decided to go black screen on me, so hopefully.
It's still just in the loading thing now. Yeah.
I
Now
remember.
it's doing the little intro cutscene.
Okay.
Joe says, after the first chapter, I decided to stop. I hate predators, referring to humans as humans. I'm sorry, Joe, but Steve Perry's Yautja is back, and it will not be going anywhere now.
So I'm not the only one that does that?
I've never really been a huge fan of Yautja.
Have you guys loaded into the game?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the game now.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's you're out. It says there's a bot.
A black screen and a timer up top. Okay.
Are we backing out?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Okie dokie, leaving.
Sorry, Stone Cold. Sure you can handle it one-on-one.
Joe says, I actually got further into Forever Midnight than I did Rift War. Yes, well, I finished Forever Midnight at least 3 times. Caustic Viper says, I'm currently reading the novelized version of the AVP comic. They call them humans and soft meat and the Xenos hard meat. Yes, well, that's all part of the Outchest stuff. And to be fair, that first book is never as bad as it. I always have it in my memory. I don't think it's too silly. I think it's just the way the fandom has taken it and the way the EU has taken it. Because new stuff then starts to reference fan references and yeah.
Okay. Hopefully it works this time.
It's the hunting grounds mantra.
Yeah, are you back in the game?
Yep, I'm inviting you.
Okay, I'll try to join you. It's fine. Mitchell says, I preferred the Black Panther one over the Wolverine one. The story was better. Pardon me. I think I preferred the Wolverine one a little bit more because... pardon me.
Oh, no,
Because
you got the coughs.
Black Panther kind of meandered a little bit in 2 and 3, I thought. It was... I feel like it felt a lot more like set up for this new alternate reality. Caustic Viper says, I think so far it had good setup to the... It had good setup to the relationship between the species and how humans might make things worse. The first AVP movie... Yes, the first AVP movie does definitely take elements of it. There's a lot of superficial things in that first movie.
Mike's Monster says some of the Predator language in the EU is very humanized and is very cringe. Yeah, I don't like when it gets too Klingon-y. Honestly, I feel like the game AVP 2010 handled Predator dialogue the best because it wasn't just like... You know, they actually had a language they were speaking and it sounded right. And how they were communicating to each other, I don't know, it just seemed fitting and it was interesting. Let's see here.
No, Alan Schaefer has joined the Predators.
Oh no.
He's finally gotten mad at the fact that I haven't messaged him in like 30 or 40 years after I came out of the jungle.
Is that you, John?
Sizzy Bubble says, bro, Ilphonic,
Must be.
just hire me to be a game tester. Nomad Clan says, I've recently been getting
Nice
into
someone.
old game series. Tomb Raider got me in a chokehold. Yeah, I'm a pretty big Tomb Raider fan. Haven't played the reboots, but all the older games I've played, and I thought the remaster was just awesome. And I'm looking forward to the next remaster of 4, 5, and 6.
Mitch says,
Yeah, when's that?
Wolverine keeping bumping into the Predator is a bit far-fetched. Well, he didn't keep bumping into the Predator. The Predator was actively hunting him, which explained why they kept meeting up again. Sorry, Caleb, you were saying?
Oh no, I think I was just forgetting whatever I was about to say. So, carry on. But I will say, yeah, I read Predator vs. Wolverine again recently, and I thought it started really strong, and it still is a strong story, but there were a couple of the later encounters with the Predator where it just seemed like the Predator was just like, yeah, I'm leaving now. Was sort of a little bit like, I mean, I guess they couldn't keep having him be like, you know, Wolverine thinks the Predator's dead, but he's not, like, every single time. But for how much the Predator seemed to want to kill him, it seemed like he voluntarily left a few more times than...
I can only think of the 2 instances of that, and that was the samurai one where everybody else showed up and the Predator was like, nah, I'm not here for this. And the other time was the Westchester one where it was actually actively defeated and retreated.
Yeah, I think it was the artwork that made it seem in the Westchester one not as good, where it was just like,
Oh yeah, it was
the
too
Predator is.
cartoony.
It just looked like he got up and was like, fine, I'll leave. Like it should have been a bit more like shit, you know, he's really trying to get the hell out of
Yeah.
there. It just kind of looked like he like got up and was like, fine, I'm leaving. And bugger
Yeah,
off.
I wasn't a big fan of that. Where's the master volume on
guys are
this?
The artwork in that chapter. They've definitely reworked the volume since the big update as well. Seems like a lot of stuff is louder than it used to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm just looking for to turn it down, but
Find a terminal nearby and use it to relay your intel to me.
three separate fucking sliders.
QC3L, I hope I'm saying that right, says, would love to join you guys in Fireteam, hunting grounds right now. Yeah, we'll try and get you in on the next one. Or we may try and do a clash, so if you want to matchmake with us on that, I'm sure we'll probably pair up given how many people play Clash.
If you want to like double the number of people searching for Clash right now.
This
Ammo
game
box on the other side.
actually did get a nice physical edition, which I couldn't help myself. I bought. So it's cool to just have the new PS5 case, and it has a little holographic thing in it. All the DLC.
Also cool to have a way to get Jungle Hunter for people that didn't get in on the pre-order a few years ago.
Yeah, and I already have all the DLC, so maybe we'll have to do a giveaway with that. I don't know.
For the PS5 version.
Yeah.
Does it come as like a code then, like a single code for all the DLC?
Yep.
Yeah, we can do a giveaway if you're happy to.
Give it away.
Right now or next time?
Oh,
Right this very second.
later, because I've got a bunch of stuff to do a giveaway with. We just need to do something.
We'll plan like a giveaway stream. Would you guys like that? Because then we'll have
Yeah.
a few winners, and that would be nice. Oh, come on!
Predator nearby.
Oh, he's on the roof. And there's some times where things get like abnormally bright in this new version. I've noticed. I don't know, the just the vibe of the map. So wow, he got me in one hit there. What was he using?
Must have been the zombie stick maybe?
No, I think it's like the axe or the
Oh yeah.
not the axe, but the hook. I don't know.
Mitch says we need a Predator film on the home planet and without the awful Prey design. I have no issue with seeing more of the Predator planet.
Yeah, me either.
Well, they have
Although I guess
planets.
it will be to an extent.
We don't want to be
They
identified.
have planets, as the game
Yeah.
have established. Let's see here.
I think you'd struggle to call that their planet though, because it's not like it's
It also seemed, yeah,
Their
it had been
Yeah, but
taken, hadn't it, from something.
there ain't no edge of the preserve,
Something.
you know? Like, they still control that place. Oh, damn! Nice! You
Look at my
cheese him!
cheese,
Somebody
baby.
cheese him! That was ridiculous, dude. I didn't even know you could knife that fast.
Well, that's how the cheesing comes in. It's you click both sticks at the same time. I guess they brought that back.
Oh, boy.
Joe says I recently printed out some miniatures based on Feral and Naru from Prey. Gonna work them into The Hunt Begins. Nice.
Time travel.
Yeah, they're just in cryostasis somewhere.
What the fuck?
Which I don't think it's a bad way to
Oh, there's one down there.
play. I don't mind the cryo stuff in being introduced into Predators.
Stay close and make sure no one interrupts the process. We need the entire
Yeah, it is an
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
aspect, especially in the new comics.
My limit today.
And it was, one of the original intents for the end of Predators. Although apparently the Predator comic people arrived at that separately.
Huh.
It wasn't a deliberate reference. Oh.
No Style Dutch says, I like
Look
the
out.
Prey design the
Grenade
more
out.
I see it.
Out.
I know I'm in the minority, but to me it was strange that...
Shoot him!
oh my goodness.
I'm reading the flatline.
Wouldn't let me pull the
Yeah,
knife out
decades-
now.
Every Predator had the same basic look with slight superficial differences. Yeah, I do feel like we need a more traditional looking Predator again, and I think this game has shown you can have that and still have wild design variations.
Yeah.
And even in the older movies you have that too. So I do hope it's not like another subspecies, but with Feral, I really did like the look of it, and I think it's a really strong design. Even the face has really grown on me.
I clicked the wrong button.
I hate how sometimes it just doesn't let you pull the knife out. Like I got caught with just the gun
Joe says, does anybody still play the Hunt Begins? I play solo, so I don't have to worry about finding another player. Well, I mean, at least over in the UK, I don't think it really took off as a multiplayer thing outside of groups, which was a shame. Especially because that game actually started to release a lot more frequently towards the cancellation because of the merger. I've played probably like 4 other missions with Chris and some of our mates, but I'd like to sit down and actually finish it at some point because I very much enjoyed it. As much as I actually suck at dice games because I have no such thing as actual luck, but
now. Unless it comes to getting face hugged constantly.
That doesn't count as luck though. That's bad luck.
The anti-luck.
Alright, KC3L, again, I hope I'm saying that right. If you want to matchmake into Clash, let's see what happens. Because I got to show off Gladiator Predator a little bit.
Acid Splash says, any word on when the Alien RPG is going to be coming out with miniatures? Well, that's supposed to be the next release. When's the Kickstarter supposed to go live? Is it January?
Is it? Yeah, it's like early next year, like January or February, I think.
Real quick, can I just add you on here?
Joe says, how about
matchmaking
Aliens
real
and
quick.
the Glorious Day in the Colours? Yeah, I've played like the first 2 or 3 missions of that as well. I enjoy that. It's like a modern remake of
Do I have
Leading Edge.
Do I
feel
have
like.
to do it on Epic? Because I think that's your Epic account, isn't it? See the crossplay in this. They did try and streamline it a bit, but it's always very difficult. But yeah, let's just try finding a Clash match now, and I will try and add you on Epic if that is your Epic username. Or is that your Steam username?
I didn't like Fate of the Nostromo, Joe. But to be fair, I've only played it the once. I didn't really enjoy it, from what I remember. I can't remember why. I just remember not being that thrilled on it. Although I did really like the French one, the USCSS Nostromo. I remember very much liking that one because it really lent into the paranoia of who was the synthetic, because that changed on your playthroughs. Who was Ash? Which is kind of like, was it the Commodore 64 did that? The Alien game on that? Where it wasn't always Ash as the synthetic, they could change.
I don't know.
I think that's right. I think it was Commodore 64. Joe says, I've never seen the French game. Yeah, it was called USCSS Nostromo, that was it. There's a Spanish one as well. I think that's just called Hadley's Hope, but I don't think that got an English release like the French one did. So I've not played that.
Was that one the one that got like embroiled in that lawsuit?
No, that was the French
What
one.
was
It was the French
Okay.
one that got involved in the lawsuit. Acid Splash says, I brought the legendary card series for Alien, still need to figure out how to play it. Very, very good game. I played the fuck out of that game with my old housemates. Quite customizable, but also very thematic when you play it through the movies. And I was really surprised on how well it translated into card form. And the Predator version as well worked pretty much the same as the Alien one, but it still worked really well in terms of the hiding or the shadows or the cloaking and stuff like that. I've got all the Alien ones. There was there was the base set and 2 expansions for it, and then they did the Predator set. I got that as well. Really, really enjoyed. Caustic Viper says, would like a team-based Aliens game in the vein of Evolved. Aliens break out into the wilderness and gotta get hunted by humans and mercs before they fully establish a hive. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, it could be good. It would have to fix the kind of inherent problem that Evolve had, that it just kind of got boring after all, not too long, because you spent all the time like running around. You were like, if you were the hunter, you spent most of the map chasing someone, and if you were the monster, you spent most of the match running away from someone, and neither were particularly fun after a while. So they'd probably have to have something other than that to do that would take up a large chunk of the game time, I would think. But it could be good.
You know, I really like GTFO, and even though I couldn't never get very far in it, just the vibe of that game. Like if they did an Alien squad-based game like that, or even like Helldivers, honestly, I think could be a really good template.
Yeah. Yeah, just Helldivers with like a overrun colony world kind of thing could be good. I mean, you know, Fireteam Elite is kind of halfway there, right? Like, not quite as over the top and crazy as Helldivers, but it's still
It's still in
whole,
that
you know,
skirmishy kind
yeah,
of vein, yeah.
yeah.
Fisherman has joined the party.
Oh,
Whatever you've done has worked.
oh, I think it just. Oh, okay. Maybe we were already friends.
Adam, have you got your phone?
What?
Have you got your phone out nearby?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just messaging you on Facebook.
Yeah, Mike says give us an Alien DLC for Helldivers. That would be pretty great.
That would be cool. I know there was some posts on Twitter about some data mines for a Killzone licensed war bond, so
Stargazers managed to secure a rare piece of tech that'll be a significant benefit.
Yeah,
to
hopefully
think-
it'd be more than just some
We've got a short
skins for
window
the
to secure this tech
Helldivers,
for
you know.
ourselves. Intel's light in this one, so we'll be
It'd be
figuring
really
this
cool
out
if they
as we
went
go.
all out and did a whole bunch of actual alien and enemy factions. Or an enemy faction that was an alien.
Acid Splash says Factorio, instead it's you building a hive. I've not heard of that game. Is that a factory building game or something?
Is that like Satisfactory?
Mitchell says, do you guys remember the old school arcade Predator game? Which one?
I remember the VR one. But that wasn't really old school.
Yeah, I can't think of an arcade one. I mean, there was what, some on the SNES and Mega Drive.
Yeah, and obviously there was the AVP arcade game.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, I can't think of any
Any
other
straight
Predator-only ones
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Please elaborate, Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean things are just so bright now
The
since
multiplayer arcade game. So that's got to be
Yeah.
the AVP one.
since the engine transfer.
But again,
Yeah, it
that's
must be AVP. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I can't think of anything else that it could be.
I wish they'd release that on modern systems, you know, so that you could officially legally play it instead of having to use like
Didn't it-
ROMs.
Didn't Capcom put it on their home thing?
On their arcade
was on-
stick,
yeah.
It was Europe
It
only.
was on that arcade thing. Yeah, it's the only official release it's ever gotten, I think, outside of the arcades.
But they must have relicensed it for that, so it's
Yeah.
it goes to reason they could release it if they wanted to.
Guys back my limit today.
Patrols are on high alert, so keep your eyes.
I always enjoyed those. I wasn't very good at them, but I enjoyed them.
And the great thing about having a home version would be that you wouldn't have to waste a ton of money to carry on playing. Just
Yeah,
keep
but
on.
that's also half the fun of those things. Maybe not so much in this economy, but you know,
Yeah.
whenever, you know, sometimes I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna go to an arcade and I'm gonna play through Aliens or I'm gonna play through Halo, and I just take 20 quid out and I just play it through with that money.
Yeah.
He's here.
Frag out.
And you're like, this will last however long this lasts. Yeah, I do wish arcades were still more of a thing, just in general.
What I wanted to do for my 18th, you know, was just like hire out an arcade and
Got a lot more complicated. Stay frosty, fire
No, that'd be awesome.
play games, but I couldn't, you know, I couldn't find anywhere at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, they used to be a lot more common than they are now.
They're kind of making a comeback here in the States. I mean, you have big chains like Dave & Buster's that do pretty well.
users monitoring.
Did have GameWorks for a while. I don't know if GameWorks is doing as well these days, but I've seen a lot of like arcade bars. Like there's one in Los Angeles I've been to that had a working and well-maintained version of Alien 3 The Gun, and that was hella fun to play. I need to go back there and finish it.
I think we just second winded him
Deploying audio decoy.
in the trees.
Well, good.
Oh, nope.
No? Okay.
GameWorks went fully out of business, Mike's
shit.
Monster says. Yeah, I used to always like going to the Vegas one, so that's a shame. They had like a Lost World arcade that was like a full kind of ride where you would sit in this thing and it would go into this dark little room, and they had exclusive levels that were only part of that.
You know what? Thinking about it, I think they have become a bit more in some of the bigger cities. I'm sure I remember seeing one in Manchester, maybe a night out in Manchester. I'm sure I saw one there. Didn't get to go and play in it because it was a bloody work do that I was.
Fisherman, let's go!
Yeah, there's one close to me over here, but it's sort of awkward to get to.
Or maybe I'll
Joe
just-
says we have
maybe
a
I'll just kill
barcade
him.
here in Cedar Falls. In Iowa, there's
Where
an
you
Aliens
going?
game with Force Rifle. It's a lot of fun.
Where are you going?
I think all the Aliens arcade games have been fun.
Ah,
Well, I haven't
Including
played the
Armageddon.
gun, I'll be honest, but I think it looks fun.
Yeah, I'd never played that one either.
you better
I certainly,
heal.
I certainly prefer Extermination over Armageddon because I just don't like playing with the M16s. And it doesn't really feel too aliensy to me, but it's still fun. Extinction's the best.
That's the target. Blue one,
Wow.
weapons free.
Yeah,
got
I've never
quite a second
never
wind.
seen anywhere that had. Oh, never mind. That had Armageddon.
I've played it through. I played both of them through on a cabinet. Because you can normally always find them in somewhere in Skeggy. Although the last time we went down, they'd all gone.
I hate it when that happens, when you go back to an arcade and it's like, hey, that really cool game I like playing is just gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody
granted that.
in the chat, or has Adam left?
No, I'm here. What?
Who joined us?
Who joined us? I don't know.
Hello.
Oh, Grave, welcome.
No, that's a mic.
Oh, it's Mike.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
you
My-
sounded.
my-
Greg does that
my-
very same hello
got
in
it
that
there.
tone.
my
Yeah.
my
Why?
morning voice right now. My voice hasn't woken up yet.
Well, welcome, Mike's Monsters.
Should I start doing my Greg impression for
No,
everybody?
I thought you just did.
My limit today.
But yeah, we can do a private match after this. Then we'll be able to show off the Gladiator Predator.
I have to make new loadouts because I haven't played. I deleted the game. So
Generation Selfie says, could we please do more retrospectives or just more discussion-based videos? Fact is, when you interview people, the interest is depleted. I mean, yeah, it's cool to hear news, but in the end, we like fresh opinion. But we love the channel. Please, more long-form discussions or debates even. We actually are planning more discussion videos in 2025. We have the first couple lined up already, so be on the lookout for those.
Yeah, I've got all the guests sorted for the Goo one, haven't I? Yeah, so we just need to get dates booked in for that.
Sarah, welcome to the stream, says, I thought that was Greg too, so it wasn't just me. He sounded like Greg.
Yeah.
She
Good
also
morning.
said, loved the review of The Last Hunt. Thank you.
Okay, where did everybody go?
I don't know. I left the game.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I think it's thrown me out the party. Caustic Viper says, I do wish we can see Scarface reappear in more recent games as like a class. Miss playing Scarface. That I need to actually finish playing. I never finished Concrete Jungle
Yeah, me either.
because of those stupid fucking alien levels.
Mike, you may need to double check your Epic crossplay is turned on.
oh yeah, I re-downloaded the game. So let me. Crossplay is on.
As long as it shows you as like Epic signed in, it should be good. But I'm not seeing you on here at the moment.
Sarah says you have your what
Okay,
if
here we
episode
go.
coming up. Loved it. Yes, we are recording that on Tuesday. That will be live for the Patreons. The folk who want to come and listen to us record that live.
Okay, now I can see.
No idea when we'll release that. We also recorded an interview with Dane Hallett, one of the concept artists on Romulus, as well. And we've got a couple more interviews in the pipeline.
5x5.
Exactly.
And
Although we can't find the beacon yet, we're still looking for the damn beacon.
Yeah.
I just happened to get myself a PSVR 2, and I've been playing it. And I know Aaron just got himself a Quest, and he's been playing it. And that's been fun, whatever we've been playing.
Indeed. Though I wish I'd have upgraded my graphics card. I think the issues I'm getting with the stuttering is related to my PC hardware. Although it does seem to be a common thing with trying to use your Rift with Steam VR.
Some kind of rift war, you might say.
No. It's to do with latency.
No.
Not a war.
I will not have any of that.
No jokes.
No referencing shit stuff to trigger people.
Well, that's 90% of my material out the window.
Steven's gonna stop talking.
Xenomorph Warrior, aka Acid Splash, says, sweet, I love the discussions and retrospectives.
Yeah, we have some interesting topics we've cooked up for 2025 so far. I'm sure we'll get more.
What was I going to ask Nightmare Asylum on for? I can't remember which topic that was.
Nightmare Asylum.
No, it's not Nightmare Asylum, you dickhead. Oh man, I can't remember. But yes, we have a good few general discussion-y topic things to do. Caustic Viper says, "Oh, what predator? That predator mask is gorgeous. What mask is that?"
I'm playing as Gladiator.
Acid Splash says, "Well, I mean, it's never a mistake to reread Nightmare Asylum. You are fucking spot on there."
That is one of my favorite of the OG comics. I love the art in that.
No, yeah, Den Bouvet's art in that is just fucking fantastic.
So it is nice having 3 spears, I will say.
Oh, is that his thing?
Well, that's the trident. It is essentially a combi stick. You just get 3 of them, and it's a little weaker.
Joe says, Romulus was a beautiful movie, and unlike Prometheus and Covenant, actually looked like it took place in the same universe as the original movies. Yes, the visual continuity in Romulus was spot on.
I had lunch with our Romulus Xenomorph yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mr.
Adam was
Trevor
telling me.
Yeah,
I hope he didn't impregnate you.
just with some great behind the scenes information. That's all. Nah, Trevor's an awesome guy. He and I probably had like 2 or 3 hour chat yesterday.
Very nice.
We're becoming friends
okay.
lately. It's cool.
Gladiator.
What? Oh.
Gladiator has his own unique roar. We're becoming friends. No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah. He asked me out to lunch. It was his prompt, so. No, I gave him a print of one of my Scorched Xenomorph toy photography images too, and he was really grateful. He hung it up really fast too. He like got home and put it right up on his wall.
Well, I guess he is very tall.
Yeah. Well, every time I see him, I'm always just like, holy crap. And we give each other a nice big hug, and I'm like, I have to like, he has to like lean over, like.
I don't think you appreciate how tall the people who play the creatures are until you see them. Yeah, because like I had that same reaction to meeting Ian White for the first time. And you know, everybody gives the AVP Predator shit, but when it's Ian White in the suit and actually meeting him, I was looking up. I was like, okay, yeah, you are fucking tall.
Yeah, we were walking back to our cars yesterday, and my girlfriend was just like, he's really tall. I mean, he's come over to our house before, too, and he had to duck to come into our doorway and stuff. Funny.
Xenosaurian, welcome. Caustic Viper says, I definitely need to get a copy of Nightmare Asylum. Jesus Christ, you do not have a copy of that.
I don't have a copy of that either.
You fucking most disappoint me.
I'm bad with the comics.
No, it was very good.
No, I'm bad with them. I just don't keep up. I think it's one of the older ones, right?
It's the second one.
Yeah, no. I think I used to have it, but I don't have many of my older comics anymore.
I'm disappointed in you, Mikey.
Yeah, me too.
That's a bona fide classic. In all the good sense of the word.
I'm sure I've read it. I just don't own it anymore.
Dark Horse re-released the first 3 not long before they lost the license. These very nice fancy pants original year editions that were fantastic.
I have the second one.
Yeah, those are the ones that I got.
But I think the second one is the one with Nightmare Asylum in it.
Yeah,
oh, it might be then? Oh shit, then I'll have to look at what I got.
Yeah, I think
it was gifted to me, and I
think it has Nightmare Asylum and Female War in the second one. And the first one has book 1 and one of the random shorts that Mark Verheiden wrote. What's it called?
Yeah, I do wish you could use the shield as
Yeah,
a
well,
weapon
yeah.
in this game. That'd be cool.
So the first volume also has Lucky in it, which was a short that Mark Verheiden wrote as well.
Verheiden!
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Even though he never wrote any of the AVP stories, but you know.
It's like close enough.
Joe says, watching this really makes me want to play the Predator story in AVP 2010. Been a long time since I played it.
Oh yeah.
My favourite campaign in that game.
The campaigns were great. The Alien one could have used another level, I thought.
Yeah.
It was certainly the weakest of them, but it was still enjoyable.
Yeah. What was there was good. It was just not enough of it.
Yeah. Man, I want to reread book 1 now that I'm looking through this edition that Dark Horse put out. Really nice, thick paper.
Sorry, Mike.
The Acid Splash says, I'm so happy there's no direct continuation after Nightmare Asylum.
I do have Omnibus number 2. That's the one I have.
So you do have a copy of it, then?
It was gifted to me and I haven't opened it. I forgot that I even had it.
Oh, Mikey. Mikey.
I'm bad with the comics.
Put yourself an hour to the side and go reread that, brother.
I can't read.
Yes, you can. It's mostly pretty pictures, if that helps.
Yeah, that's true.
Context clues.
And them there
Try
Carmax
W.H.
books.
Smith.
That's where I got
Acid
my
Splash, there is a
first
direct
AVP comic.
continuation, you know. Female War. Or what was the first run of that called? Was it Earth War?
Earth
Earth
War.
War, yeah.
They got a good...
See, I knew that.
Acid Splash says, Female War never happened. I liked the book.
I read the book back in high school.
I mean, they neither were massively perfect, but... Oh, shit. Acid Splash says, the art hurts my heart after Nightmare Asylum.
Oh,
Yeah,
That was a step
it's...
down.
Thing is, I mean, Sam Keith was an award-winning artist at the time. He was very highly regarded, but his style just... I don't think it suited Alien until he came back and did Human Condition, because I think his style really suits and elevates that novella. I think it's fantastic in that. Back when Dark Horse did two of those novellas, one of which I believe you really love. Adam?
Yeah, Fast Track to Heaven.
Mhm. I went into Inhuman Condition fully expecting to absolutely loathe and hate it, and I was like, you know what, this is actually really good. This really works. Xenon Warrior Acid Splash says Sacrifice is the other one I also consider the best art in the Alien comics. Yes. Sacrifice is gorgeous. I forget the name of the artist, but he did a very good painted style. I'm out of there. Xenosaurian says, you remember how there's a Wayland at the end of Concrete Jungle? Charles has an heir to the throne, his name is Peter.
Oh my god, oh my god!
Exactly.
He-
Yes.
I couldn't see anything.
least I got mine.
You didn't give me.
It says he escaped. Yeah, you got the bot.
Who did I got the bot. What happened to our other player?
There wasn't one.
The
Oh no,
fisherman.
fish. Yeah, where's the fish gone? It was Chisel.
Disappeared.
Disappeared.
I know Adam's
Strange measure.
probably subscribes to the
It was like it just disappeared.
Peter and Charles are related theory, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh no, I
think
just consider Prometheus and Covenant non-canon.
Oh, it says he's loading on our end.
That is
Yeah.
also a headcanon
Take.
choice.
Okay, he popped in the
Sorry.
chat and said my game crashed. So, but I mean, yeah, we all know how that goes, don't we?
Yes. Well, it had to happen to somebody today.
I do hope. Like,
Yeah.
I still love this game. It's just a bit rough around the edges since the new versions, and I really hope it.
You can't say since the new version though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's
but
been rough
it's-
around the
I
edges
don't- I
since
say
day
this
one.
without taking the piss.
They got it pretty
it's-
stable before that, though. Before that version. I mean,
but
yeah,
then
it still
had
had issues, but
other problems, yeah. And we can't. You know, obviously they got shafted with the lawsuit. They got shafted with the buyout. So much stuff happened that was out of their hands as well.
And a lot of the folks that are celebrating the layoffs are ignoring that fact of that they had been put into limbo for a while. And it's like they weren't communicating with the They weren't allowed to communicate. They were just straight up not allowed to.
Well, to be fair, even before that, video game companies don't seem to like having the same level of communication that they did when we were growing up.
No,
You know,
yeah.
Because, and from talking to some of the devs, it's like we don't want to show content and set expectations that then isn't in the release build of the game and stuff like that. So it's this own unfortunate negative chain reaction kind of thing, because then everybody's like, oh, they're not talking to us. So it's damned if they
Like,
do, damned
well,
if they
you
don't.
don't. It's like they don't want to talk to you.
well, they have.
I think it's.
And
I
to be
think there's
fair,
an
official
entitlement.
forums are always fucking trash
yeah.
anyway.
I mean, I do think
Yeah.
it's good for a developer to have communication with their community, and you know, Baldur's Gate 3 is a great example of that. But yeah, they were constrained by the fact that they had two major hoops to jump through, 20th Century and Sony, and now Sony's out of the picture, and it does seem like they are communicating a bit more, and I hope that continues. I hope this game has a good future next year, especially with all the Predator stuff in the pipeline. I hope it takes full advantage of that. But yeah, it is a shame that it still just has the issues that it has, and after this long, it's I want to just love the hell out of this game, but sometimes it makes it difficult.
Yeah, they make it difficult.
Yeah.
So what, like 4.5 years now since it first came out?
Well,
Yeah.
I think it was mostly stable before the big update, and now, like, even here, just how bright the lighting can get out of nowhere is really odd.
I don't know. I always had issues with this game, stability-wise on my end. So maybe we have different opinions on stability.
I mean, yeah, they
But this
never.
is the first time I've
Stable-ish.
played this update, and it's a little janky.
You're seeing the frame rate now being worse.
Yeah.
now.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
definitely. And I have a lot of textures popping in and popping out on my end too.
Yeah. And the
I'm
opening
not paying for that
cutscenes
PS5
up.
version.
Oh wow. Okay. There's a unique feral bug that I'm experiencing.
Well, of course.
Naturally.
Of course.
Joe says, "I'm glad it's still
Yeah.
going." Yeah, I'm glad that.
Yeah.
I mean that's a whole other problem as well in this day and
Goddamn.
age, isn't it? You know, when they just decide they're stopping supporting it and they turn off all the servers. And that's a whole other problem. Ow.
I'm sure this can survive just peer to peer. If they do ever get to that point. Sure.
The feral bug, unfortunately, is one that kind of really gives away my position.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
It's just canon. You're just walking up to us and standing there waiting for us to to do something.
Yeah, we've got to prove we're a challenge and worthy first.
Yeah.
Let me shoot you in the head and see what happens.
Exactly. See if the bullets bounce off.
Come on.
Oh shit!
Kill it.
Wow, you just appeared out of nowhere. I'm guessing you jumped.
Boing?
Does the shield block my knife? I'd imagine it
I
did.
believe so, yeah.
Verteidigung.
Xenomorph Warrior says, poor Adam, that's so unfair. Yeah, I know, right?
I just want to go kill you guys. Come on.
Fuck you. Changing mag.
The bolt gun definitely takes some getting used to. But you know, maybe I
Yeah, it
could
seems
use,
like a kind of faster smart disk.
maybe I could use that
Why?
glitch to my advantage in taking screenshots. Does
Yeah.
make for some nice lighting.
Adam, always thinking about the opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
like
Dane
maybe
was
that's-
telling us earlier, you're a grifter.
Who was telling us?
Dane, when he was talking about his work, men.
Why was he saying that?
He
Yeah,
was
I
saying
don't
that
understand.
that's how he'd made his way through.
Oh, he was saying that about himself, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying. I thought you
That's
were
like-
saying.
yeah.
You worded it like he was accusing me of being a grifter.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I could name a few other people that are grifters before this guy.
No, it's,
But we're not gonna get
Mike's
into that.
always ready to start some shit.
Oh, hell yeah. Do it.
You know I'm drama adverse. I'm not looking to cause issues.
Mike is like, give me the drama, I feed off
Yeah,
it.
it's like drama.
Mikey's starting.
At least I don't make YouTube. At least I don't make YouTube videos about him. I
Exactly.
could really capitalize on it.
I couldn't even think who you're talking about. There's probably a good handful of people.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
exactly.
Oh my!
You can't.
I'm surprised you don't know.
Well, I can think of a couple, but
You're probably right with the first handful.
I just imagine it's anybody associated with Godzilla.
No, well, I mean, this one did fuck up some Godzilla stuff in
Yeah,
the
that was
past,
right.
but yeah, but
No, A is the wrong letter.
uh,
A few more down on the alphabet.
Oh, I know. Who you beefing with?
always.
He's got
Hang on.
beef.
Yeah.
Sizzy
Acid
Bubble
splash
says,
is
boy
insane,
drama,
man.
boy drama, boy drama.
This guy's floating above us.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sizzy Bubble says, Mike barking. Me also starts barking.
Glad she's on my side.
Oh shit! I heard him
Let's get
jump.
rid of these explodey barrels.
Oh my god, no!
Oh,
You are like glowing blue.
Yeah, that's the visual bug.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
if I shoot the bolt gun, I just have a blue fiery effect on me at all times. So you can kind of see how that might be.
does
an
it? How long does it stay? Is it just a permanent
indefinitely.
thing?
It's been staying since I first fired it. In
Oh
this
damn.
match.
Huh.
It's not on you at the moment.
Well, that's because I don't have it equipped. If I were to pull it out, it would
Oh.
be active.
Still really like the bolt gun design from the film.
Oh yeah, it was really cool.
Very keeping in the simplistic way of the Predator tech, but with that little bit of ornateness to it as well. And just that very, very minor, subtle technological advancement with the floating.
Yeah, well, one of the things that I was like, about some of the weapons they added in this game was like they're no different than the human versions. You know, they just look a bit predatory, whereas like the bolt gun, that's like a unique kind of predator weapon. You know, it has that kind of that predator feel to it in what it does, which is really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
What are the voice commands again?
Hold
console?
up on the D-pad.
Ah, right, okay. The holding, not the pressing.
Yeah. Yeah, pressing up is doing the little ping, isn't it? Or one of the ways you can do the ping.
Yeah.
I would like to see the plasma rifle show up in other stuff.
Yeah, the long range stuff. I thought the NECA Ultimate figure that had the like sniper rifle was really cool.
Well, yeah, didn't Jared like tweet about that when that was revealed?
I can't remember. That must
Like
that must have been so long
Like he
ago.
wanted to maybe put that in the game type thing, as the implication.
Oh, he's on Fisherman. He's on the Fisherman.
Oh, yeah, you do glow blue from a distance.
That makes that weapon pretty not useful.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of the bolt gun, is to be like stealthy long range, and if you can see exactly
Yeah,
where I'm
exactly. Yeah, if you're just glowing blue, doesn't help. Oh yeah, there you are again.
Xenosaurian says,
pretend you don't see
hear,
Yeah, exactly. Where did he go?
I hear Badlands will take place in the future.
Will.
Yeah, that much has been publicly revealed.
Yeah. Sorry, there's more to it. I hear Badlands will take place in the future. Could it potentially feature cloning marines like the sequel to Predators was supposed to? Certainly could. I still firmly believe, like as being speculated on in the boards, that it will feature some some alien connection in some way or another.
Fingers crossed. 'Cause I've always been one of those people that, you know, considers Alien and Predator the same thing, same universe. Even though I know, you know, franchise-wise and legally and all that, they're like two separate things. But
Yeah.
I want them to be just unequivocally known as being the same. So the more Alien stuff in Predator and the more Predator stuff in Alien in the movies, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Even if it's just like cameos and, you know, nods and stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be full on like AVP.
Would someone else like to be Predator?
No.
Caleb?
Okay.
The
You
thing
don't
is,
want to be.
the thing is, I mean, we've seen that as far as Predator's concerned, AVP is relevant to it. You know, I mean, sure, they have only just been cameos. Well, not so much cameos, Easter eggs. You know,
Yeah.
the alien skull, Lexus spear.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see Scar's mask? That kind of mask in the trophy bit as well. I can't remember.
There was like a jungle hunter looking mask, wasn't there?
Well, it won't be
Just like
Jungle
a
Hunter. It'll be Scar.
No,
won't it, really?
but like
It was-
that style, you know, the classic Predator style.
Yeah, and we know Shane did at least consider them canon to the Predator. But you know,
Yeah.
the Predator comes with its own fucking baggage.
Yeah.
But I don't think Alien will ever consider it canon to it.
Xenosaurian says, why would AVP not be canon to Alien? That makes no sense. It's literally part of Alien. Well, Prometheus kind of contradicted it with the whole Wayland angle, and Covenant did with the whole Xenomorphs are a recent creation angle.
As much as
Yeah,
you
they're
can
they're
headcanon your
alternate
way around it
universes.
all.
Yeah, there's still just enough headcanon for me to be like, well, they still fit.
And
Yeah,
from
you
an
could-
entirely from a business point of view, they are separate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you could, when the AVP films were made before Prometheus, there was never a, this is like, people like to say, oh, these were made, it's intended to be their own canon. It's like, no, these were...
It wasn't
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah,
They
at
were,
the
yeah.
time they were considered canon until Prometheus and Covenant. And yeah, Caleb, you're right, you can headcanon it. And at first I tried to do that, like, oh, well, the novel says David recreated the aliens and he didn't create them. And then Charles Bishop Wayland is some relative of Peter Wayland, and Peter Wayland took control of the company or something. So yes, you can finagle it if you want, but they don't work in the same continuity.
We lost the
Yet.
fisherman again.
We did. I was waiting for him to pop back in, but it might
Oh.
just be us four, and we'll take advantage of a bot.
Well, with Steve Aspel saying we'll probably see another AVP movie, though, at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if some of that
Well-
stuff that's been retconned gets retconned again.
Well,
Yeah, I think that if they tie like a Romulus sequel in with a Predator sequel, it's gonna become a linked
It's
franchise.
It's going to be kind of incontrovertible at that point.
well, that's what was
At
so
least until they
funny is that like
retcon it again.
right after Prometheus, the first big comic series they did was a crossover of Alien,
Yeah.
Predator, AVP, and Prometheus, and they did 2 of those. So, I mean, yeah, they work in the same continuity, Xenosaurian, in the sense that, like, yes, you can introduce Predators into this, like, the new Alien continuity if you want, but the AVP films 1 and 2, again, unless you headcanon it to an extent, don't really work with Prometheus and Covenant if you go by director's intent with those.
Mm-hmm. Because Scott pretty much just went, fuck those films. Well, what did Lindelof say? Scott looked like Lindelof
He
had hit
yeah.
on him or something.
Lindelof
he
brought
said
up...
he gave him a look like he was going to slap him or something, and so that was the last
Yeah.
time anyone mentioned AVP.
Yeah, Lindelof brought up, like, hey, there's this Charles Bishop Wayland character, and Ridley Scott just gave him the stare. So, like, they were concerned about, at least Lindelof, give him whatever criticisms you want, but
He was aware.
yeah. Okay, now we can ready up. Well, you can disagree, Xenosaurian, but that's how it is.
The
I'm
word
sorry.
of God. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how the official licensing works. That's literally how the company has it, like 20th Century has it set that way.
And this is why I strongly believe canon as a
now.
concept means fuck all to us as fans and consumers.
Well, I always hang on to your quote, Aaron, that I've always loved, which is something is canon until it's not, and that's
Yeah.
And
Aliens Colonial Marines was canon for a second, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
well, that's when companies started weaponizing this concept of a canon as a marketing thing, and that was also plays into why I just don't give a shit about what is canon. It doesn't make any difference to my enjoyment of something,
Yeah.
whether it's canon or not. And I think fandoms care too much about it, which is why it got weaponized.
yeah, and that's kind of
Oh
why
Jesus,
I
I
wanted
can't see anything.
Alien 5 was I wanted to throw a Molotov cocktail into the whole canon argument.
Some fans just want to watch the cannon burn.
That was me. But the night vision, I will say, has been improved. So if you toggle that, Mike.
Yeah, it has, but I couldn't see it without it.
But yeah, even though they are separate licenses, I mean, I've heard this before, even by some that have worked officially. They're like, oh, we can't like include stuff in the other. I'm like, yeah, well, they might be separate licenses, but we've had Predator books with aliens in them that have been branded as such, and vice versa. And so, like, yeah, you might need to acquire the other licenses, but there are Like Predator Concrete Jungle has aliens, and the Predator book, Eyes of the Demon, has aliens, and then you had the Rage War trilogy, which has an alien
Did it have
Predator.
aliens in it?
Yeah, it did.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, xenomorphs were mentioned. Like xenomorphs are mentioned
Oh no,
in this game.
no, they are very. They are mentioned in an offhanded way to avoid those licensing issues. I remember what you mean now. You talk about Peter Briggs, aren't you?
Yeah, but even with Rage War, like you have an Alien, Predator, and AVP branded book, but they're all really AVP.
Yeah,
Like,
that's some really weird. That's some really weirdly handled series.
I'm just saying it's been done. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
But again, it all depends on the licensing deals made at the time and all that kind of stuff.
Destroyed his transmitters.
And yeah, it's like, you know, a lot of that is just coming from the fact that obviously when Alien and Predator were created, they were two separate franchises. But so, you know, they've crossed over so many times, like, and in so many different forms
They'll
of media. It's
forever
not-
be intermingled.
Yeah, it's not like sort of, you know, Superman versus Predator or something where it's like, okay, there were like two comics, you know. You can't really make a strong argument that like, oh, Superman is part of, you know, the Predator canon now, kind of thing. With like
But-
Alien and Predator, like
AVP
just
is literally its own other license, its own other property. Now, you know, that is how.
oh yeah. But again, that's just more, you know, the legal side of things because it has to be
because
linked
it's like
in some.
right.
Yeah.
Welcome number 9.
Oh shit! It's like Prometheus is its own license,
What's up?
but you have
Yes.
engineers in Alien Covenant. Like,
Because of Alien Covenant now, everything in Prometheus, near enough, is fair game under the Alien license. You know, that's something Alex White talked about when they were working on the Cold Forge.
shit. Galen, why are you so mean?
Oh, fine, I'll run away.
Voodoo 1.
Number 9, hello, welcome to the stream.
Kill.
How many of these guys are there?
You took the bot. I seem to have killed myself somehow with the plasma rifle.
Yeah, I saw someone was down and I was like, well, I didn't have anything to do with it. But I'll
I
take
don't,
it.
I didn't know that could happen, or I forgot that could happen. I didn't know it gave splash damage to its user.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Oh, he back.
Yeah, the Xenosaurian, it did. Alien versus Avengers fully acknowledged an alien multiverse.
One of those multiverses has Charles Bishop Island, I guess.
Well, and plus we'll see what Noah Hawley does with the TV show, because I mean, he
Yeah.
straight up said, didn't he, that he doesn't really buy into the whole David created the alien thing.
I
Sees
just
them as products of evolution or something like that, he said.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like it as alternate continuities, like Terminator style. Well, I guess Terminator style, it is actually more of a multiverse because there's time travel involved and stuff. And we almost got that with the Predator, with the appearance of Newt. So to me, I hope it's not like the multiverse is part of the continuity, right? Where it's like, oh shit. Where it's like Deadpool and Wolverine, where it's the continuity is a whole bunch of continuities, and at that point it just gets convoluted. And honestly, Deadpool and Wolverine had some interesting meta commentary on the multiverse thing, I thought. Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's funny. Star Trek's done it too recently. In Prodigy, not Prodigy, Lower Decks, where one of the guys, and that's baked into Star Trek as a concept as well. You know, parallel universes. But like the most recent episode of Lower Decks is a character traveling through these
Fuck you.
universes, doing things, and he's like, I
Oh, it's
fucking hate
like-
the
okay, you
multiverse.
can go
It's
for
so
it."
lazy. I keep running into just bearded copies of other people.
Hey,
Which
well,
of
let me
course,
do.
you know, it's a fun play on where it came from in Star Trek, you know, in the mirror universe. But I mean, it's a fair point. Stories lose impact and meaningfulness in some ways because of the existence of
It's using medical tech.
a universe where whatever you do doesn't matter.
Let's do this.
Xenomorph Warrior says, I really want to see a Hive World one day. Yeah, I mean, that was teased at
Yep.
the end of AVP 2010, and I still hope we get to see that myself.
I really want to see a Hive World. You know, a proper Giga World would be my absolute fucking dream. You know, that's proper fanboy wet dream right there.
But yeah, I mean, even if it's not like, you know, the alien homeworld, just a planet that has been
Yes.
completely
Yes.
overrun by aliens would be awesome.
At the end of AVP
Do that in the
20...
Romulus sequel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then maybe that's Yavaga by the time I get there. But yeah, at the end of AVP 2010, they did refer to it as the Xenomorph homeworld.
Copy, Voodoo.
Oh,
Cover
what?
inbound.
I mean, that was prior to, you know, Prometheus and Covenant.
My team members down.
And remember, it's EU as well, so ultimately,
Yeah.
oh, that knife did not come out.
Ooh, that's
Damn
the
it.
duelist for you. That's right.
Yeah, but
Where you
that's what I
going?
get to... Get the hell out of here!
Yeah, no Stardust says the next AVP movie should have a Hive World, a Giga Land
Oh.
hellscape.
Oh no! I so been. He's attacked me with his gun.
God damn, it takes a while to bring you down.
Did Adam chase him? Of course, Adam chased him.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, I had two-factor authentication on my wrist device.
Hold your position and protect the body at all costs.
How did you get it?
See that you are
It was because your streaming software was still going.
Yeah, I got stream
Streaming back
sniped. Yeah.
Streaming back to Predator Prime.
He saw my password.
Chris Corrette says, I need to come back to this game, I guess you meant. Been playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint nowadays. Yeah, I got really into Ghost Recon Wildlands, and Predator is what got me into that, and I lamented when they took that out. I never got into Breakpoint. I played the beta, and I wasn't too impressed compared to Wildlands, but I've heard they've really fixed it up, and now that it's on sale, I've been thinking about giving it another chance. I know it had a big Terminator time for Breakpoint, and that seemed cool.
site now. Hold your ground.
No Style Dutch says, Aspel seem to confirm they will be combined despite licensing issues. Yeah, I mean, when the head of 20th Century Studios says probably, AVP is only a matter of time.
But you've got to remember, licensing specifically only matters to products. It
Yeah,
matters
it's-
to the
it's
EU.
product.
Exactly. And
EU.
plus licensing... Plus, I mean, the licensing can change anyway, because Prometheus was originally its own separate license, wasn't it? When the
Yes.
Yeah.
Dark Horse
Yeah.
crossovers were going on, and they got folded into Alien.
And they were going to change the title to Alien Prometheus right before the buyout, but that
Yes.
got
Yeah.
shut down.
Number
Fold
9
it into there
says,
properly.
audio glitching. Are we having audio issues?
I'm not hearing any of them.
Me either. But then I've got the stream muted, so...
So do I.
Okay, I just checked and I don't hear anything, so. Lulu Laser 03 says, take this with a grain of salt, but I remember hearing from somewhere that apparently Rebellion still have the rights to AVP, so another game could be made. Well, Rebellion don't have the rights that would be Sega if they were to get them back, and I mean, maybe they could now that they're doing Isolation again. Aaron, you want to be Predator?
Nah, because I'm shit, so it won't be an interesting. It won't be an interesting
Alright.
game.
I'll be
Daytime map.
I'll be Predator one more time, so people can see it. Yeah, we'll do a daytime map. We will do Overgrowth.
No Style Dutch says, to be fair, if Ridley had his way, not even aliens is canon to his movies. That's Cameron's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would only be 3 Alien movies.
Ready?
Period.
As long as he just keeps paying for good other stuff.
Mhm.
Hopefully Earth is good. Hopefully it comes together.
Fingers crossed.
Everything I've heard from people that have worked on it and stuff, they're really excited about it. That tells me a good sign. That's like a good sign.
The
I think-
pedigree certainly seems to be there.
Yeah, I'm quite excited to see what's his face,
Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy
Oliphant?
Oliphant. Yeah,
Love
Yeah.
him. He's so cool.
He's great. He's always great in anything he's in.
Mm-hmm.
What's public about his character?
But he's an android scientist.
Okay. Is his name public?
Yeah, it's Kirsch.
Yeah.
Xenosaurian says Ridley needs to stop making movies. Gladiator 2 was an abomination compared to the original.
I mean, maybe so, but it did well at the box office. Is his biggest hit since The Martian, and I think it's one of like, I think it beat the original Top Gun for Paramount. Like, it's done really well.
And he's been talking about wanting to make a Gladiator 3. Out on the press tour for it.
Yeah, well, he was also talking about making Alien prequel 3, 4, and 5. So
Mm-hmm.
Ridley Scott
Ridley
does
just
say a lot of
talks.
things.
We just gotta see what he actually does.
Yeah.
I have a saying at work that also applies to Ridley, which is I believe it when it happens.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott.
Oh, drunk gladiator.
Oh shit! Game crash.
Sounds about right.
Yep, we've lost connection to host.
Let me
yep.
load it back up.
Oh, yeah. Ilphonic.
Boop, boop.
Application error. That doesn't sound good. Let's see.
Oh, you're getting an error now on boot.
We'll see.
Customize
Oh,
my-
now it's booting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we might not be streaming this game too often, except for around when DLCs come out, unless it gets a bit more stable at this point. I mean, I feel like this stream has been more successful than the last
time we
one,
attempted.
but both times in recent memory have been
still-
plagued with issues.
Mm-hmm. The matchmaking's only just gotten crossplay for PS4 version back, hasn't it? Because that just wasn't working after the update
Yeah.
for a long time.
No Stardust says, I actually didn't hate when Ridley was talking about the prequels turning into a War of the Worlds type scenario, but would be better if that took place in the far future, post-resurrection future. Yeah, that's the problem with trying to slot things into existing, in between the films and stuff. I don't know why they don't just embrace post-Alien 3 as a period. Well, no, I suppose
Yeah.
Resurrection stops them from embracing it, but
There's so much time between even Alien 3 and Resurrection that I feel like they should just do what the RPG does and just be like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it,
ignore Resurrection, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think many people would be that bothered if they just ignored it.
Aaron,
And if they didn't just
back
say,
out
well,
real
so
quick.
much happens that, we don't know what happens between that
Mm.
movie and Resurrection. To maybe fix any potential continuity errors that people might have.
Okay, y'all have your
Xenomorph Warrior, aka Acid Splash, says, you going to do an Aliens Dark Descent play day soon? I know it got postponed from Adam being sick before.
Yeah, we'll do that before too long. I mean, we do have some other plans in the next couple weeks for streaming, but probably early next year we'll do some Dark Descent. It's about time we revisit that.
I imagine the next couple of weeks are probably going to be Rogue Incursion,
Yeah.
depending on how well you can stream it. I'm not going to stream it, mate. It's not stable enough for me.
Yeah, I think I'll be able to do that. You might have to, since I'll be in VR, you might have to be on the chat for me, but
Yeah, of course. Number 9 says, are you going to drop any Alien Earth tidbits? Not planning on anything specific at the minute.
I can't imagine it'll be too much longer before we start seeing more than what we have already.
Some official stuff, yeah.
I mean, the marketing has now begun, so...
At least
Yeah,
we've got
I
some
mean,
of the teasers.
I even saw that teaser on Hulu the other night, which was a surprise to me.
Acid Splash says, just ignore Resurrection, please. No Star Dutch. No Star
Yeah.
Dutch says the
No,
Great
no doubt.
Deletion. The Great Deletion, yeah. That was took them a long time to come up with that concept. I don't know how well that's actually jived with everybody.
Did we ever review those, Aaron? Civilized Beasts
No,
and Thrill
I
the
think
Hunt?
I think I did a written review of Civilized Beasts at least. Lulu Laser says, forgot that Rogue Incursion was coming out Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I thought it was Thursday.
I think it's Thursday. Mike, radio?
Oh, I'm
But-
sorry.
Gusty Viper says, I think Ridley had good ideas with the themes of religion and the purpose of man, but it doesn't make sense when Wayland Yutani will throw into man innumerable lives away just to have a bioweapon. There's a lot of thematic things that go off in Covenant that are really interesting. I think it's all just undermined by removing the Lovecraftian elements from it. Or the cosmic horror elements, I suppose, would be a more accurate thing to say than Lovecraftian, but...
Never been a fan of the idea that the alien was created, like, by, you know, one step removed from a human and 5 minutes before the first film.
Yeah.
As much as I enjoy the Frankenstein aspects of it, and
Yeah, it's like Frankenstein's its own cool thing, but Alien has always been a much better fit for, like you say, cosmic horror.
Number 9 says, how do you feel about H.R. Giger's legacy in the Alien franchise? Well, I mean, it's very important. I went to Giger's Museum in Gruyere, Switzerland. I went there just for that back in 2017 and spent a few days there, and it was just awesome. It was like a pilgrimage, and I can't wait to go back. So Giger, that is like more than almost anything else. That is how the alien came to look as we recognize it.
and it's just a shame again that that pesky licensing things means we don't get to revisit it that much
Yeah.
in the films.
Well, it is nice that Romulus did go back to a very
was one of the-
biomechanical look.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
It's one of the great things about the designs of the aliens in that film, for sure. Just how biomechanical and Giger-esque they looked.
But just from a visual point of view, the film looks like it belongs in the Alien universe so well. I think somebody said that in the comments earlier.
Yeah.
And, that is true from a production design aspect, from pretty much all elements of it, the set design, the creature design, the prop design.
Which I think helped the movie in its success too. Like,
Yeah, for
if
sure.
it didn't have all of that, we might not be talking about it as much as we do today. It might not have done as well at the box office.
Yeah, because the whole, just where it was set in the timeline relied on it feeling like it was part of, that
And
era
then it
of
straddled
the
the
Alien
both
universe.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of
The
things I
member
did
berries and whatnot.
like about Covenant, but certainly did not have a traditional look of an alien film.
That was and that was one of my things that's disappointing to me, was like, hey, even if it's not the engineer's home world, it's still an engineer planet, and it's just going to be Canadian sci-fi TV looking forests and brutalist architecture and stuff, and it's like, this isn't nearly as cool as the Giger-esque kind of landscape that we could have got.
It's because I think he prefers, the Roman aesthetic, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably
with
another
Gladiator,
horror
that's
from Gladiator.
yeah.
But again, it comes down to legal stuff as well. The artists were told not to lean into him because their estate wouldn't let them. Which is an unfortunate thing, because, his artistic style and vision is so ingrained in the identity of the franchise.
Yeah. Was it that his estate wouldn't let them then, or that they didn't?
Yes.
I always thought it was just that they didn't want to pay for the
There was some.
licensed
Well,
version.
I imagine it was a little
It's
bit
probably a both.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Dane has spoken to this on some other podcasts that he was on, in that they were told to steer away from biomechanical on Covenant. I think that was a time especially where they were kind of butting heads with the Geeker estate.
Because yeah, I mean, even in the Charles de Lazarica Prometheus documentary, they say that, don't they? So the artists kept trying to like push it back in, and they kept trying, kept being told to remove it.
Yeah, and that was even in Prometheus too.
Yeah.
But then you have other artists that worked on Prometheus whose styles are very similar anyway. Was it Gutterly? Yeah. And you can't own a style, really, can you?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, you
Yes,
can't say
that's
Giger owns biomechanical. Like, I have a book called Biomechanics,
No.
and it's a bunch of different artists and stuff. But if you're really going after that
It's like-
signature Giger look, then yeah, there's an argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
I think he definitely is synonymous with that style a lot more than a lot of artists are with certain styles.
Well,
At least as
I
far
mean,
as,
regardless, he's certainly the pioneer of it.
It's not the only kind of work he did, though, either.
yeah.
It's just what he's most known for.
Mm.
Blow some shit up.
Take a photo of someone's dead brother. Probably.
We are very wonderful like that. Who is the Predator in this game?
Adam.
Oh, it's Adam. Okay.
Yeah, one of the things about this game is it's just so... Take a picture of this, open up some file cabinets of that, do this with that. There's not a lot of Predator stuff in it.
But to be fair to them, that is one of the early critiques I gave them. And then in the next update, they did start throwing in...
Pick up a Predator mask!
Which, I mean,
Yeah.
it's better than nothing as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Xenosaurian says, how do you define biomechanical? I figure organisms in general could be described as such. Tubes. Machine-looking tubes on animals.
Basically, yeah. It doesn't have that, it's not biomechanical.
I mean, the Borg,
Yeah.
they're an entirely biomechanical aesthetic. At least as far as the updated version in First Contact.
Ow!
Oh, ow.
There he is. Look out! He's using me as bait.
Oh.
You son of a bitch.
No Stardust says, I think it's time we acknowledge that Dan O'Bannon is closer to George Lucas of the franchise than Ridley Scott. That's right, I just said it. But, I mean,
Damn.
it's
There we go.
it's what we've become to know more is that it is genuinely a collaborative effort in the success of that film.
Let me get my buddies up, you son of a bitch!
Obviously, it originates with O'Bannon, but he has some of his own wild ideas as well. And that film was made infinitely better through the contributions of everybody.
Yeah.
What didn't O'Bannon at one point say that the aliens evolved into the Predators? Is how
think
he
so,
would have,
yeah.
how he would have
Yeah.
dealt with.
With AVP or something,
Yeah.
or the Predators.
Yeah.
Coming into
So
aliens.
And they're really connected.
Yeah. And I mean, Alien on a base, like, if you just write out what the movie is, kind of level, is like a very B-movie idea, and it was certainly the
that's
work
what it was
of a
always
lot
said, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was a B movie
exactly.
with an A
And,
movie presentation.
it was absolutely, and a B-movie is good. Those are my favorite kinds of movies, but like, it could have been a very forgettable B-movie
Yes.
if not for, a lot of
Everybody
other
else.
people
Yeah.
elevating
If
it,
not for
yeah.
Giger, if not for Cobb, if not for Scott.
Yeah, Silvestri, everyone.
Wrong one.
Goldsmith.
Goldsmith.
Yeah, I always get
Um,
them mixed up with Alien and Predator.
Xenomorph Warrior Acid Splash says it's almost like no one person is responsible for the massive franchises built up
Yep.
over several decades. I mean, yeah, damn right. It's. I mean, arguably, you can say Cameron's success in Aliens is more him, but you know there are still people around him that made things a success. Sid Mead,
Yeah.
the guys at Stan Winston, of course. Even though you know Cameron really designed the creature aspects of it, but. Thanks for joining us, Lulu Laser. I can't imagine we'll be on much longer after this anyway.
Do you want to do one more? It's 2 o'clock, or we could end it.
Yes.
Oh, we can do one more. Okay.
We'll do one more.
Caleb, you want to play as Predator again?
Okie dokie.
Okay, I'll have to see if I
Shall
can
give it a go.
get out of this loading screen.
Yeah, we're all back on the main menu. At least I am.
Me too.
Ilphonic.
I'm gonna restart the game. 1 second. But yeah, I honestly, the game has more issues now than I remember since like around launch. Like it's in rough shape these days.
And
Yeah,
I just still don't think it has the content to support it properly.
Nope.
Yeah, it needs more maps.
And I always said that is the concern I have over near enough every multiplayer focused game that comes out these days.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the same worry with Fireteam Elite, but I think Fireteam Elite has more to it than Hunting Grounds does. You know, there are more missions, there are more aesthetics, there are more unlockables and all that kind of stuff. So it is there, but that is likewise limited content. And that was a platform that they could have, like this, it could have been worked on much better. But whatever.
Yeah. It's definitely a shame because, like we've already said, you know, like the bones are there. They just need to be more meat on them.
Xenomorph 4 says best map is still the Predator Pyramid in AVP 2010. Yeah, that's one of my favorites as well.
Such a good map. I still have a fondness for Refinery in that game. I always have a soft spot for beta maps.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
I wish they'd re-release that on modern consoles.
They did. They did. It got a
Not for PlayStation.
Yeah,
for
it was just the
PlayStation.
Xbox backwards
It was
compatible.
just
like a full
just
remaster
backwards
would be nice.
But then it's one of those things where it's like, do we want to get caught in this loop where we're just constantly remastering shit?
I think
I would rather a brand new game than a remaster.
I think there's room for both. As someone who really cares about game preservation, like I like classic games being updated to play with current hardware and being accessible for new players. So I don't think it's like one or the other. I think there's definitely both, and they do well. Like, I mean, look at the Thing remaster that we've gotten. Like, a lot of people will be able to play that for the first time, and I think it's just important for the preservation sake of things, honestly. But that's my stance on it.
I think things would be preserved better if there was backwards compatibility, though, instead of remastering games.
Yeah, that too. I mean, PlayStation has made some strides with their emulation. Like, I know Dino Crisis was finally made available outside of their subscription, and that's nice. But the full remasters are great too. Like the Tomb Raider remaster of 1 through 3, just so good. And more recently, I think Soul Reaver 1 and 2 just came out, which are PS1 games. And honestly, as far as Alien goes, like Alien Resurrection, oh man, if Night Dive did Alien Resurrection for PS1, I would lose it. That would be so great.
Or Concrete Jungle.
That too. Hey, it's the anniversary of 20 years next year for Concrete Jungle. So.
Yeah,
They did the Extinction too.
No, we've already done Extinction. That was last year.
But do that one.
Yeah,
just,
that could
do that one and update the sounds so it doesn't play the same sounds over and over again. Yeah.
Update the controls, you know. Jungle,
I love
especially
that.
with the camera controls.
Years ago, the local government invested in the hydroelectric.
I don't think it's feasible or realistic.
Caustic Viper says, I've actually played the Thing remastered, genuinely enjoyed it. Yeah, I need to get on that soon.
Yeah, same.
So do I.
need to get that game.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing, though.
Had the-
You pitch that to like an executive, they'd be like, "Who remembers that game? That was like a janky piece of shit." But then they show what they're doing with it. It's like, wow, like a lot of the initial issues this game had, they're fixing, and they're giving it this really nice fresh coat of paint. And a lot of people who have fond memories of that are really into it. A lot of people who have never played it before, like, what is this? This looks cool. This looks retro.
But then you have the
Sick.
Battlefront situation where that came out and crashed and burned.
Yeah.
'Cause it wasn't.
But that was just a bad
that's true.
remaster. though.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't properly fix things either. Sometimes they make a few things worse. I've heard the thing doesn't have exactly everything tuned up either. It's got some glinkiness still too.
Be curious to know how well Night Dive stuffs actually sell.
I think they do. I think it depends on the game. I know they had some issues with the Blade Runner one. I think the Turok games they have probably sold well because they remastered all 3 of those.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I mean, there's got to be money.
Bouncing around all over the place here.
Yeah, I'm having some choppiness.
Uh-oh.
I'm okay at the minute.
No, come on, man.
Access pump controllers.
There's got to be success in it because they do keep making it.
Yeah, they keep doing it. Yeah.
Well, now the area knows we're here. Let's hope they don't find you. They've reversed the system to pump fresh water from there into the irrigation system. Dangerous. It wasn't designed to do that.
Keep it final point, people.
Reverse the
Yeah, I can't even do these things. I keep bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, so am I.
We can reset the match if it's
too,
not
yeah.
working for you guys.
I'm starting to.
Okay, yeah, let's just reset the match.
Oh.
We're like, well, where'd you fix yourself?
I do like we're seeing more dioramas, so to speak, on the menu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's caught in a loading loop again for me. I think maybe we'll just end it here. Sorry for the
Yeah, that's
issues,
fine.
folks. We'll probably be on this game again whenever the next DLC is, or whenever it works better, whichever comes first.
Or whenever we can't think of what we want to play.
Whenever that
2027
is.
then. The second relaunch.
But thank you very much for joining us on this fine Sunday. And you can always catch us on our website, avpgalaxy.net, on any of the major socials, Facebook, X, Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram. We also have a Discord group, which I did update the invite on our YouTube if you want to join our Discord group. Oh, wow. Finally back in menu. Okay. And a big thank you, as always, to our Patreon supporters. If you want to support what we do at AVP Galaxy, check out patreon.com/AVP Galaxy. And don't forget to check out Mike's Monsters work. He's a photographer. He's got YouTube. He's got Instagram and all that, so check him out.
Thank you.
I don't have nothing.
We posted our last podcast about a week ago, so if you haven't watched that, and you're into the comics and you've read the Predator: The Preserve, go and give that a listen. We'll have our AVP Deadliest of the Species review ready to go by the end of the month for sure.
Sizzy Bubble says, PHG just ended its own stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be nice to play the game more and fight it less. But regardless, it's always fun chatting with you guys, and we'll have some more interesting streams here coming up before the holidays, and then in January we will be hitting the ground running into the new year, and it is gonna be a busy ass year from what we're seeing. So
Definitely, and hopefully.
Lots of stuff.
Just getting started.
Yeah.
all right, everybody. Thanks again for joining us, and take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.